How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Piggy Bank podcast, your favorite casual gaming podcast with your casual gaming buds. My name is Phil. I'm your host for this lovely show here with my good gaming buds. We got Connor Elliott.
That's me, yep. Do the next one.
And we have Tavin Bothel.
What a thrilling fucking intro, Connor. You did so great there.
When there's an intro and people are like, "How's it going, guys?" They're full of shit. Like I love doing this show, but I don't love it in the way that I'm gonna act like a weirdo.
Here's the thing, Connor. Having energy and vocal energy and being excited to be here helps viewer retention.
I can do that when we're having the actual meaty conversations, but when we're just doing "How was your day?" person who can't respond,
Connor,
it sounds like I'm a robot.
Connor, we lose people in the first 30 seconds. You realize that, right?
And now we're gaining them because we're arguing.
Energy.
I'm
like
gonna
this.
Energy.
I'm gonna
More
punch
energy.
you in your fucking
No,
goddamn ugly
this
ass
is the kind of
face.
energy. Oh, look at that. This is the kind of energy that when we start it with being angry at one another, it brings people in. So I just did what you failed to do if you were just saying, "Hi, guys."
You know, last week, Phil, I was yelling at you. This week, I am going to be yelling at him because apparently I got to fight this motherfucker on every goddamn step of the process.
Yeah. I mean, it just that opening just reminds me of when we'd open hype like streams, and then you'd be like start from the recording and I go, "Shut the fuck up, Tavin! Shut the fuck up!" I would just like flip the fuck out.
Because in fairness, Phil, you probably would be right because he doesn't shut the fuck up.
It's true.
Say something.
Likes to talk.
Shut the
likes
fuck
it-
up.
He likes to talk and then hear himself talk, which is, I mean, I
And
like
now
to hear
he's
myself
getting
talk too.
See, is he going to come
All
to
right.
me
Hi,
with a
Tavin.
knife, with his fists?
So Connor,
What's he
how
doing?
you doing? How you
I'm doing
buddy?
good. I have to
Yeah?
deal with this fucking asshole who gets up and throws a temper tantrum. But
I mean,
other than that,
you chose to live with him. You
I
chose
did
to live with
choose.
him.
Right now, though, I am doing good inside with my power on while there's a freeze going on because Texas
True.
is in the middle of. We live in Texas. Texas is going through a freeze right now. So who knows? Maybe this
It's
show
mostly
will
like
end
North
mid-
Texas, though.
What?
It's mostly like North Texas. It's not all of Texas, for sure.
But now you just narrowed it down more, Phil.
Well, whatever.
There's professional doxers out there, Phil, and we just gave
They're
them
not-
a bullet.
They're not gonna. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's not gonna happen.
I hope
Oh,
it doesn't.
Tavin got a little water. Got a little water.
That's what he forgot.
He's a little thirsty. He's a little thirsty.
He gets so narrow-sighted
He's just-
when it comes to this
he's
show.
just a little thirsty.
Standing it up. He doesn't even do basic human functions like drink water.
You know that shows his dedication.
Look at
He's all about the show rather than himself. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And see how he freezes up. He gives me a little smile, which is not an actual smile. It's that he.
You know,
hits me
Tavin.
with the hammer.
Tavin, it might help. It might help. You're on a podcast. It might help to talk. However,
Can
we're
I
not
do
gonna-
that now?
We're gonna keep, we're
Can
gonna,
I
we're gonna
do that
keep
now,
talking over
gentlemen?
you.
Can I speak
because
now?
Go fuck
1
yourself.
week. If we had an actual viewership and I wasn't worried about the quality of the show and viewer fall off and all these things, I would have you set everything up because motherfucker, it's not fucking easy. And there was a lot of work while you were in there fucking shitting your fucking brains out like you do every goddamn 3 hours. Every fucking 3 hours, this motherfucker just takes the longest,
Untrue.
most ginormous shits,
That last
and it
part's
takes
true.
him fucking forever to get out of the bathroom.
When I get in,
hours
I do. Yes.
upon hours of time spent in there. I'm not kidding. I'm
No, he's
not
not.
joking.
He's not kidding.
Hours every day. He's in there fucking shitting. And while you're in there shitting, I'm here fucking working. And Phil's
yep.
getting pissed off because he wants us to start because he has an out time this week. And I'm sitting here fucking doing the hard goddamn work, making this fucking shit run.
You just bitch and bitch. See what I was saying? He just bitches all the time.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you what he's doing. He's not just shitting in there. He's jerking off.
No, I'm
He's a
not.
creature of habit.
Everyone always
Genuinely,
says that.
genuinely, he's just shitting.
Yeah.
I
I will
jerks
say.
off in his room. I watch him.
I mean, that's why else would you have the camera set up?
Yeah. But for the record, I was only shitting for like 2% of the setup. Most of this you see here was physically carried by my strong shoulders. You just do all the nerdy tech stuff because you wear glasses. Fucking nerd.
I will say to his benefit, Connor was obviously he was off work. His work got shut down today, so he didn't have to go to work. So we were able to set up a little earlier than expected, which was great. And I went. My mom's power got shut off or failed yesterday. So her whole house yesterday, full 24 hours, no power.
Yikes.
So she came and she spent the night with us. It was a lovely time. She's great to talk to. I spent the whole day with her basically, which was awesome because I don't get to spend as much time with my mom as I like. Hey, when you do that, did you mute your mic? There you go. Now do whatever you got to do. And then this morning we woke up. We brought the dog back to mom's house. We went out and I had a lovely brunch with my mom. I went and I took her home, and it was all fantastic. I come back here, and wouldn't you know it, this motherfucker already setting shit up. Don't you love it? Don't you love it when a motherfucker just takes the initiative and does his work?
Before I even
What
eat
a,
my
what a
popcorn.
sweet little guy.
Phil, do we got a hype episode coming out this week, or is it just
Yeah.
Yeah?
I understand that I missed last week. It was just poor timing. I understand.
No, I'm just joking with you, anyways. Phil, what
I know
is this show?
you're just busting my balls.
Yeah.
This
Breaking
is
balls.
our casual game podcast where we talk about our weekend games. What we we just have fun. We play what we call mini games about video games. We talk about sometimes we talk about what we're excited for in the year. It's a new year. It's January. Now it's the middle of January. So we got that developer showcase, or they call it a showcase, right?
It is called a developer_direct is what it's called.
Correct. That's what it
Yeah,
was. I wasn't sure if Nintendo was gonna fuck them up and direct is our thing.
If only there was a pre-established thing that we call this. It's called press conferences, I think they're called, but
Well, but again, those things don't exist because we live in a weird era. E3 is dead. Summer Games Fest is just a weird cornucopia of stuff that's happening. Press conferences just kind of fell to the wayside.
No, they still exist, Tavin. They just changed the meaning.
When I hear the words press conference, I kind of imagine what you see in movies and TV where they're asking questions.
Well,
And so I never understood calling these things press conferences.
Well, think of it this way. Most people, when they get information from these shows, they don't go and watch it like we might do.
Yeah.
They get it from IGN articles, from
Yeah.
Games Radar. Those
Again,
kinds of things. So
a
it's for
press conference is terminology of old when it
Yeah.
was a conference for the press.
Yeah.
And
The conference means that two things are conferring, meaning they talk to each other.
Yeah, the
But
press
it's,
and the
instead of
developers or
instead of
publishers.
now it's them talking at you for however long.
Yeah,
Fair enough, yeah.
which is why it kind of evolved into what is called a showcase now. Now it's showcases, game showcases.
Makes
type
more
thing.
sense.
Summer Games Fest, PlayStation showcases, the Game Awards, stuff like that. And then the word direct is just for a smaller thing where it's hey, we're getting straight to the point. We're focusing on these things. It's not going to be big headlines, but it is going to be cool stuff. So come watch. I loved by the time you're watching this episode or listening on youtube.com/@2pennygames or mainstream podcast services of your choice every Saturday at 8 a.m. I last year loved the developer_direct. By the time you hear this, that would have already happened. So you can see our reaction, me and Phil reacting, maybe Connor, depending on if weather cancels out his work again. Not likely. And where was I going? Oh, I loved it last year. And this year, I'm hoping that they will cement it as hey, this is going to be a great thing that you need to come watch every year, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because, I don't expect
Last year we got Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, and I don't expect another shadow drop like that. But I do expect things like a date for Hellblade or
Avowed.
a deep dive into Avowed and stuff like that. So, yeah, I like it. It puts a spotlight on developers, which I enjoy. It's not just the game. I enjoy seeing the developers and their faces and them saying, hello, hey, yeah, we've been working real hard on this game. Thank you so much for that. I like seeing that, and I like that Xbox is kind of keeping that spirit alive.
I'm into it. I'm excited for it.
Also, the React for last year's showcase was one of our best performing videos of last year, which was fucking awesome to see. Thank you so much for
great.
that. Hopefully we get a return on investment on that this year as well. I think there's bigger titles this year, so I think it will.
Yeah.
And if we don't get as much interaction on that one, it's your fault, not ours.
Because, Phil, whoa.
It took you a second.
Phil, remember, there was no Starfield at that direct, right?
No.
Yeah.
Starfield was its own. No, it wasn't.
It
Starfield
was its
did do
own
its
thing,
own
but they
thing.
did it later at some other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was a Summer Games Fest thing.
I think it was, yeah.
I believe it was, yeah, because there was a special day for Starfield, and not for just Starfield, but there's an hour slot in
for
that one day. It was like on the same like Xbox Day, you know, where they kind of talked
it
to
was
you
like
about all the
immediately
different.
afterwards because they talked about all the
Yeah.
Bethesda stuff and everything, and then they were like, "Here's an hour of just Starfield."
Starfield, yeah. Boys, I kind of just want to get down into it. Tavin, I want to start with you.
Oh boy.
Be
Okay,
prepared.
so gentlemen, I'm gonna bring a new mini game to the table today. Finally, you know, who would
Yeah.
have thought that Tavin would have actually put some thought into something? Not as much thought as I would have liked to. We've got more new I've got new ideas coming down the pipeline. Just wait. But today, I brought what I'm gonna call character versus. Is what I'm gonna call it for right now, at least. Maybe that title will change later. But that's the workshopping thing. Character versus. There was a conversation on Twitter that was happening, and maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. Basically, I'll break it down. Is someone put in a what if conversation on Twitter? Who would win in a fight? And then they gave us Joel Miller from The Last of Us versus Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start that. Let's have that conversation here at the table. And I'm going to start with those two characters. And then I'm thinking maybe 3 rounds of this, maybe 2, just depending, or maybe 1, just depending on how long the conversation lasts. And I think it'd be interesting to talk about that. So Joel versus Leon, a little more conversational piece for it, but
Yeah.
I think it'd be an interesting one. Connor, let me start with you, my friend. Joel versus Leon Kennedy. Who's taking home the gold?
Well, I think that's an interesting one to bring up because it's a really dumb fucking matchup. Ultimately, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's Leon S. Kennedy. The things he deals with, just on that alone, he deals with zombies, the same ones he does. I mean, sure, Joel deals with the clickers and the big fat guys. He deals with like a Tibetan monk or like some Gregorian monk who turns into a half-part spider. He fights giant undescribable horrors that just come chasing after him, sometimes in extremely small confines, like what happened in the original Resident Evil 4. He fights ridiculous shit. He got chased around by fucking Mr. X. That's way more terrifying and tougher than anything Joel Miller has done, because at the end of the day, Joel Miller's story is very and Last of Us itself is very grounded in what people can or can't do. Resident Evil breaks that barrier. And this is without going into the movies that all of the Resident Evils have, the animated ones, where he just does like John Wick level stuff against zombies. And they can't do anything about it.
I mean, I'm right there with you, but even on
You're muted.
Uh-oh.
I'm right there with you, but even on top of that, like Leon is doing like backflips
Yes.
for no reason. He's jumping off of cliffs all the time. Like, just look at Resident Evil 4, either version of Resident Evil 4, and he's going fucking ham.
Parrying chainsaws now?
Literally.
With a fucking pocket knife.
No, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, just like a little. Well, it's a hunting knife, but yeah,
but still.
Yeah, but he's just doing wild ass shit. Meanwhile, Joel Miller fucking taking out with a 9-iron. Okay. Oh,
Also,
scary. The golf club.
Let's just bring up. This is like by far the least. I mean, I don't know by far, but it's probably the least interesting thing to talk about for this matchup. Joel is in his 60s.
Literally. Oh no, that's a great point too that I didn't think about.
So Connor, you're talking about what a person could do. This is what a 60-year-old man can do.
Which is impressive, which is probably
Hey, he's putting in
Sure.
that work.
Yeah.
He's fit for a 60-year-old, but you got Leon, who's late 20s, early 30s. Maybe at max he's like 40.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he's pushing 40. Maybe.
Not even that, I don't think. I think
Yeah.
Not even.
early 30s is
And
probably
this
most
man is like, you've seen that clip from like one of the movies where he's like shooting guns like over and over at this one guy just fucking running around doing like a fucking what's the fucking they I don't even know what to call it, but they're like running against each other, like just all rolling all over the ground, fucking shooting over and over and over and over, not having to reload.
like they're having a sword
You know, it's just
fight but with
fucking
guns.
ridiculous.
Exactly.
Yes,
Meanwhile,
exactly that.
Joel's over here with his 12 gauge. He shoots it once and he's sore for the next 3 days. He's like, motherfucking son of a bitch. Ugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
This is the dumbest matchup I've ever seen from like this like bit, you know? Like
no,
where I've
100%.
I've
And the
seen
conversation
Joel
on
Miller and
Twitter,
Leon.
as far as I saw, was everyone being like, Leon Kennedy's a fucking superhero. What are we talking about here? Like, why is this even a matchup? But, I mean, to give some credence to Joel, I just recently replayed The Last of Us Part 2, got my Platinum Trophy in it. Very excited for the remaster to come out so I can get a free Platinum Trophy out of that. Anyways, but I just replayed The Last of Us Part 2. And Joel, in that game, has some incredible feats that he does, considering his age and how grounded he is and all this. For example, there's that quick moment where Ellie gets grabbed by the bloater. and Joel just hacks that motherfucker to pieces in ways that you wouldn't even think are possible. So it's like, I'm not discrediting Joel's level of brutality, the damage he's able to output, the damage he's able to take. I mean, you know, I've never seen Leon have an iron stick go through him and you know, knock him out. You know, Leon is usually untouchable in the Resident Evil games, which again is a point for him. But you know, like Joel is durable. He's capable. He's a good, like, he can improv. He can do what he needs to do. He's very brutal. And when the time calls for it, he does show unbelievable strength that you wouldn't see from him. He also got killed by a golf club. So like what are we talking about
with
here?
His leg blown off. Not much you can do when your legs blown off.
He did get a shotgun through his knee.
And frankly, it speaks to Abby's weakness when she couldn't kill a guy with like 5 swings. He had to do it a lot.
Well, that was the point, remember? She didn't want to kill him fast. She wanted it to be slow. You know? Yeah. She wanted to take even longer, but then I believe it's Manny. It's either Manny or Owen. I forget who. I think it's Manny, though. Pulls her to the side and says, all right, we're done. We got to go.
Yeah.
And then they finish it.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Owen.
You might be right.
They were forgettable either way.
It's hard for me to think.
Because he's the one that like actually like you know is like that figure who's like in love with her, you know? Like
he's the moral compass. In the game, quote unquote. You know?
Not really good.
I mean, he's a good guy.
I was gonna say so.
Except when he cheated on his baby mom, not so. You know what, Owen? Not that great of a guy, actually. Kind of a
this matchup just reminds me. It just made me think of like this is trying to put Fast and Furious 1 Dominic Toretto versus fucking Fate of the Furious Dom Toretto. You know, like this, like them going against each other.
I'll take it one step further, man. It's John Wick versus fucking who's the dude in The Road? What's his name? Do you know who that character is?
The Road? Yeah. That's a weird pick.
Because that's what the Last of Us is inspired by. The Road. So that's just what I think of. I don't know.
He's just called like the father. They don't really give his name.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a more grounded thing, and I'm failing to right now. We got too many superhero movies.
We could do the main character from the Crossed comics. Crossed is made by the guy who did like the Boys comic, but actually good.
What's wrong with The Boys?
The Boys comic sucks ass.
Oh, The Boys comic. I it's not great. I agree there, but I thought you were talking about just The Boys. Like The Boys as a TV show is fucking awesome.
I've only seen the first episode, but no, I wasn't talking about that. The thing is I can only read small segments of The Boys comics and know it's horrible. It's that.
I highly recommend watching The Boys and then go through seasons 1, 2, 3, and then watch Gen V.
Great. You have to do it in order, because if otherwise you don't do it in order, then you're not going to get the full experience of it.
Exactly. I know you're trying to make fun of me, but you know it's true.
No, I'm not making fun of the show and how it's structured, like that in Star Wars, where they can't just do one show that's consistently a story to tell. They have to be like, no, we have to do this other thing, and then you have to watch it right here for it to make the most sense for the other thing. It's like, just show it. You can make a full story.
And then you have to read a book,
and then watch the Clone Wars animated series, which you probably should anyway.
How did that get it? Wait, what are we talking about?
I'm just talking about like including in stories other stories from other shows / pieces of media, and then including you needing to know those in the show you're currently watching. Like, certainly
I'm kind of tired of it. Can we just have things that I can just go watch?
Yeah,
you know? I'm gonna slam dunk on myself a little bit. This is a little bit like Kingdom Hearts and how every new addition to the series is on a different platform.
Like, you're telling me you didn't play Dream Drop Distance before Kingdom Hearts 3? What are you doing? You didn't.
But here's the thing, I did.
Kingdom Hearts is the worst of it, because you have to go and play every iteration of everything, and it's on platforms that don't even exist anymore. You have to go do these things. But it still doesn't make sense at the end of the day. It's still just a bunch of nonsense.
I mean, it makes
Streamlining
sense.
is a word.
It's okay.
It doesn't make sense. It legitimately doesn't make
sense.
It
makes sense. It's okay.
There are plot recap videos that you showed me, Philip, in which the narrator of those videos goes, yeah, they're changing the rules now. That goes against what was the previous steps, but that's what it is now.
Yes, but still, at the end of the day, it makes sense.
I can't defend it enough here without like
it
a
doesn't.
list
It doesn't make sense.
I'll say there is parts of that wiki when trying to explain things, they say the word somehow. which is that's a thing of itself.
Makes
somehow Palpatine has returned.
Yeah. Episode 9 did this. Gentlemen, one more round of this. One more round of this. I thought about it and I caught. Let's do a little Samus around.
Let's do the Super Mario Brothers versus Sephiroth.
Those poor brothers are so fucked.
Some people say
you're so wrong. You're so wrong.
Some
Actually,
people point to the RPG games,
Yes.
but I don't know how actually like on a visual splendor, like if how much of that's
dude,
limited.
the Super Mario RPG games, like the DS ones specifically, the Mario and Luigi of those ones, they're wrecking Sephiroth's shit. I'll tell you that right now.
I'd have to play.
I don't know if they are.
I've only heard of that. And you have to remember, this is Mario. People love to suck his cock. It's Mario. But people like to suck Sephiroth's cock. So I think we need to play those things separately to know.
A lot of cock sucking over there on that side of the table.
There
ladies
really
and gentlemen.
is.
Let me tell you what, a lot of cock sucking going on over there. Anyways, I mean, we can entertain that conversation. I was gonna do Samus Aran versus Master Chief.
Oh, no, I was making a joke, but yeah, absolutely. I agree with this next thing.
Yeah. And I mean, because this feels like a tight race. That's an actual like conversation that we can have. Phil, you've played quite a few of both of those series. Who are you taking in this?
Believe it or not, I'm picking Samus.
Yeah, that's kind of where I figured he would go.
Yeah. Because I think back to specifically Metroid Dread, and like the amount of times like Chief can't swim.
He does sink. He sinks
In the game?
Yeah, and all of them.
Yeah, but that's video game limitations of like we don't want him to go beyond this map, as opposed to
once again, I'm not going into all the fucking Master Chief books. I don't give a shit about the books.
No, we don't give this is video game talk over here, man. This is a
video game
podcast. What are we gonna read?
But
what are you a fucking? What do you want
me to read?
What are you a fucking?
What do you want me to
who reads?
Yeah.
You pick up a
You want me to
book?
play Persona and read? You want me to play Persona and read?
You want me to
fuck?
what? You want me to play old JRPGs from 1997 and just read? No voice acting? Who the fuck does that?
Me.
You want to play Chrono Trigger and read?
You want to play? You want to play Final Fantasy VII
That's what I do.
and
And
read?
read?
Yeah.
Nerd?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the way we were saying read.
Game Club
Read?
episode. Game Club episode. Final Fantasy VII coming to you early February. Don't know when exactly, but it's coming. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, we gotta finish the game first.
Yeah. It's a big game. It's a big game.
Yeah.
It's very long.
But no, I specifically the finale of Metroid Dread and how fucking Samus, after getting this upgrade that she acquires and fucking annihilates this final boss in a fucking anime scream type power up, and it's very, very cool and it's very, very badass.
She does fight a lot of big monsters in that game specifically. A lot of big monsters with a lot of strength, and she just kind of finesses it with a lot of style too. A lot of style and attitude. I might have to agree with Phil here, and I might have to take Samus's perspective. Connor, like, where are you at here?
Well, my issue comes into the play that I haven't done much Metroid-related video games.
Yeah.
I can't say entirely of what her feats are compared to Master Chief's. I've read some of the books, so I know Master Chief gets crazy. The swim thing, he can swim. We just don't see it because the game doesn't want you to go beyond the map. I think in cutscenes, if we could find some part where he's swimming.
I just think of Halo. No, there's no cutscene where he's swimming. I just think of Halo 3 in level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, the cutscene is level 1, but you know what I'm talking about.
Sierra 117.
Yeah. When you're running up to that factory installation, whatever it is, and there's that river that you can run through, and you can jump, and you just sink to the bottom of the river when you do that. I mean, there's just no swimming animations in it. Now, granted, do you want swimming in a Halo game? I personally don't, but
Probably not.
I'm just saying these are things that happen.
Fair enough. The big thing about Samus is her gun, because it is just naturally incredibly strong, and she can charge it up very powerfully and then blast. But then again, didn't Chief fall from space?
Chief does fall from space
fall
quite a
from
lot,
space.
but
That's
I struggle to
big-
believe. I struggle to believe that
So did Chief. So did Chief.
What?
Samus.
I know, but I'm saying so did Chief fell from space.
Yeah,
That's what we just
that's who
said.
we're talking about.
I never
Oh.
saw. I'm not familiar with Samus falling from space.
We are saying Chief.
Oh,
falls from
I thought
space.
you were saying that. Oh, I see. When you're saying Chief, I thought you were saying she.
Oh, okay. No.
That's where I was losing it.
Yeah, Chief falls from space all the time.
Yeah.
And it takes on hordes of enemies at once. I'll say, Metroid games, you don't take on a lot of enemies at once.
That's
You
kind
know?
of that, and the durability, I think, kind of puts Chief over the edge. But I do, and I think also in combat ability, I think he has more like specialized training, whereas Samus is incredibly powerful, but I don't think she has the expertise in terms of like hand-to-hand combat, for example. We never really see her enter into that space. It really does come down to, I think her gun is stronger, and I think her suit is probably stronger as well, since she can turn into a ball and evade using that, drop bombs.
Oh God,
those
yeah, there's
kinds
a
of
lot
things.
going on there. There
Yeah.
really, really is. Well, I mean, in Chief's favor, man, his shields are
Yeah.
pretty impressive. But you take those shields, as soon as those shields are down, he's a fucking,
Yeah.
he's a fucking piece of paper. Just fucking rip right through him. And I feel like Metroid Dread specifically, maybe in Metroid Prime, I don't know, I'm not familiar with that one, but I feel like there's plenty of instances of her fucking duking it up with some monsters.
No,
know?
there
Phil,
is
right?
those.
Like there's that dope ass cutscene where she fights like the big dude, like I don't know, like second or third boss or some shit, and she does that
Of
cool
Dread?
like pacing thing
Yeah.
that she does as she charges up her laser. Doesn't she like do
Oh.
like a jumping spin kick or something to his face or some
Yeah,
shit?
so that's like if you're talking about like the he's kind of like if a bug and a reptilian being had like a baby. Is that what you're talking about with the tail? The
It
scorpion
did have
tail?
a tail.
Yeah.
That's
The
like
big-
that's like the first like major boss.
Yeah, it's like the big chunky motherfucker. Big chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good game.
So
that
yeah,
Metroid Dread.
that is a really cool cutscene and fight in general.
But
I
to
think
that
it's definitely a closer fight than Joel versus Leon, but I
Oh,
do
for sure.
think Samus would take it in the end because she's got power.
Yeah,
she's
she
got a
definitely
lot of
does.
power. And
It,
so does
it should
Chief,
be-
but
It should be brought up that that on I don't know if you guys are familiar with Death Battle,
I love screw attacks. Death
but
battle.
even they agree that Samus would win
yeah, I just feel like Samus
versus
would take it.
Samus and Chief.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because she's more versatile than Chief. She's more. I think she's more powerful. She's packing a meteor punch than Chief is.
Yeah.
Chief might be more durable, but I don't think it'd make a difference. I think the durability is too close to
I don't know
Chief's.
with all the extra health you can get in Metroid versus I mean at most you get like an overshield and some temporary invulnerability in Halo. So I think overall you get more health. So I'd argue that Samus is even more durable.
But in that game, you take less hits because when you're fighting as Halo, you're getting shot from every which way. Whereas
Yeah.
that one, you're generally fighting against just a select few enemies that you're able to dodge a lot more consistently. Whereas it's kind of with Halo, you're expected to take hits by the nature of the character.
But in Halo you
region
get
of
hit
the
by a
shields,
rocket,
yeah.
you're dead.
Yeah.
In Halo you get hit by a rocket, you're dead. Samus gets hit by rockets all the time.
Yeah, but like rockets also like are equivalent to damage as just like regular small enemy melee. You know? Like you're not losing a lot of health per hit. And I think Master Chief would put out more damage than any hit from any enemy that isn't a boss. Any regular enemy in Metroid, Chief would put out more damage than that.
You know, I guess I'm landing on the spot of with certain fights, you just basically come down to like tiny bits of information that you kind of put over the other character to make them come out on top.
Yeah.
So when we're at this stage of a conversation,
I-
so I'm going to say it's Master Chief because I don't think he ever ran from a robot.
I think the environment in which they're battling would make a difference here.
That
Like-
ball.
Like if it's something that like Chief can duck behind some cover, regen his shields, get around, maybe be a little sneaky. I feel like Chief is sneakier. I know it's kind of ridiculous to say, but I feel like Chief is sneakier than Samus. Because I think Samus is just I'm gonna address the problem right in your face type
Yeah.
character.
I mean,
And
if to Connor's point, not to try to interrupt you, Tavin, but to
Yeah.
Connor's point about how Chief never runs from a robot, if Chief ever encountered an Emmy, you're right, he wouldn't run from the robot. He would end up getting killed by Emmy.
I died a lot by an enemy. Died a lot from an enemy. It's what killed that game for me is I didn't like the enemy thing. Didn't like it. Anyways, gentlemen, that's my game.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a fun one. This comes
good.
down to something more innate in people like us, nerds, where it's like, my guy, versus your guy. I remember you and me had argument upon argument when we were younger of I took the side of Master Chief.
Oh my God, I
and you
forgot
were
about
like,
this.
Solid Snake would beat Master Chief.
Yeah.
And that went on for years.
Yeah.
It went for like 2 years of just us constantly being like, well, by the way, this
Not-
year did this thing.
Not
and
only
blah,
that,
blah,
we would also have debates on which game series was more realistic.
blah. Yeah, we would.
And now, as I've grown and I'm older, and I also became more educated in the Halo franchise, yeah, Master Chief is wiping the floor with Solid Snake.
I was about to say, Tavin, your younger self could not be more wrong.
Yeah, could not be more wrong. But we would have vehement debates about which franchise was more realistic because back then that's what mattered.
Yeah.
You know, how realistic was your franchise? And like, come on, there's no debate that Metal Gear is more quote unquote realistic than,
by far.
Halo.
What, you telling me that the Flood aren't realistic? That's, makes sense.
Like also you gotta talk about how Solid Snake is never like trying to be in an open fight, whereas that's all Master Chief does.
I mean, the stealth capability of Solid Snake does give him an edge in that battle, but like, as soon as he knows where you are, you're fucked, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're done, and you're not gonna do enough damage to break those shields, so you're fucked.
I mean, you give Chief the Promethean vision, and he can see you
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
without the stealth. Yeah.
To be fair, you get a sneak attack on a Spartan, they're dead in one hit.
That is true.
That's true.
Really comes down to that.
Maybe it just comes down to the one hit.
But that's Spartans and giant aliens going up against, a guy in, against super advanced armor with shields, getting punched at by a guy from behind with like a knife.
Well, you hit him with
Right,
with the butt of a rifle or something, you know.
But that's when you're like another Spartan or a giant elite or a brute. At that point, you're just gonna.
Yeah,
Snake
Snake
can
is
do
Snake,
that, though.
Snake is more lean. He's more lean though. Like he's not like.
Well, hold on. Come on now. Let's not pretend like that Snake's not throwing these hands in these games. He's throwing some hands.
CQC. But the weight of the armor kind of also factors in because isn't it like a ton? I believe canonically.
Something
it's
like
a lot,
that, yeah.
It's a lot.
It's hard to do like the.
I'm
twist.
gonna reach. I don't like it, but I'm gonna reach for Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, where Solid Snake is literally Neo in that game. Like he's doing front flips and jumping off of rockets in that game,
I mean, we can include that Solid Snake.
and he's going hand to hand with Cyborg Ninja. Cyborg Ninja held up the weight of Metal Gear Rex. I'm just saying, he's going hand to hand with Cyborg Ninja. Cyborg Ninja is comparable to Master Chief. Honestly, Cyborg Ninja might take Master Chief down.
He could turn invisible.
Why
It's
don't
like,
you call why don't you call him Gray Fox?
Fake fan. That's why.
Because that's like a thing that kind of. I mean, he was called Gray Fox, but until later iterations kept bringing Gray Fox into the lore, everybody called him Cyborg Ninja. Like when if you talk to old people about Metal Gear Solid, they call him Cyborg Ninja. They don't call him Gray Fox.
Well, those people
Where if you
can't
talk-
remember to take their pills, Tavin. I don't think we need to focus on them. It's true.
Connor, we're very close to starting to become old. I hope you realize this. We're very
And then
close.
they can make fun of us. It's the way the world works.
It's the
And
way
we
the world
we
works.
can complain about younger people. We already do.
Can I tell you guys? This kind of stems from I got the idea because I think Greg Miller came up he said something about it on one of his podcasts. For my 30th birthday, I want to have a funeral.
All right. What kind of funeral? Cremation?
Just a
burial?
funeral.
Are we burning you?
Are we burning you? We're setting you ablaze?
Hey, go in on a gala. Go in. You go hard with it.
Yeah.
You know, you can just use words, right? Like you can
No.
You don't have to scream into the mic when you run out of words. You can just take a second, pause, think of the word you want to use, and then use it.
And then I sound like a loser.
Yeah, but it
that's
makes
fair.
for a better podcast, Connor.
What? Nah.
Speaking of Connor, what do you have for us this week, buddy?
All right. Tavin, this is a game that you created, I think. Yeah. Yes,
boy.
it was. I'm going to have you guys do a little thing that we've done where I made a top 10 list, and you guys got to guess it.
I mean, yeah,
About
that's
what-
still hit 10. It's
Hit
just
10?
you're
Hit 10?
using a
It's the nice
personal
stuff?
list as opposed to yeah.
It's a hit 10, but it's a nice revamping of hit 10. So I have 10 games, 1 through 10.
Literally the last 2 times Tavin has brought up Hit 10, he's done personal lists, so it's not like a new thing that you're doing here, Connor.
It's more than that.
I
I,
just-
think it's been a lot of personal lists.
Yeah, it's been a couple.
Two or three, yeah.
Because he did it, and then you did it, and then I think
did,
I
yeah.
did it, and then he did it again. Where you did
I've
it.
done I think I've done 4.
Okay.
personal lists.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Well, this is my second one. It's my top 10 best video game soundtracks.
Ooh.
Music.
Fuck, that's hard.
Yes. I don't expect anyone to get number 9. Other than that, every other one's possible.
Who's
Didn't say
going
easy,
first?
but possible.
Also, what is a hit 10, Connor?
What is a hit 10? A hit 10 is a top 10 of the best sorts of things. Tavin, don't switch off me. Please, don't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, a hit 10 is where Connor has brought a top 10 list to us. Me and Phil are going to take turns guessing what's on the list. Me and Phil are each going to have 5 guesses apiece. The point values are inverted to their placement on the list. So number 1 is worth 10 points. Number 10 is worth 1 point, and everything in between is flipped as so. So, as we go through this list, we're going to try our best, and we got 5 guesses apiece. Anyways.
Math. Yeah, leave the boring talk for the boring guy, That's what you do. I had to win somewhere, Tavin. That's
The
why
boring guy or the guy who can speak full sentences without having
There
to
you go.
scream?
I have to establish wins for myself.
Without
This is how I'm
wiping
doing
a
it.
little bit of dribble off of his lip.
Did I do that?
No.
No, we're just fucking
I'm making fun of your intelligence.
Well, I could believably do that. Sometimes
Connor is
it's going out of nowhere, and you don't know.
He's like, yeah, I do that.
Connor, who's going first?
I
someone
fucking
has to
love
go first,
Connor.
right? Phil had the best insult.
Also, motherfucker, speak into the mic.
I'm not.
You keep doing this and doing this and doing that. Bring it with you
Fucking love Connor.
and talk with it.
Okay, fair enough.
How many
Phil,
times am
I'm
I
giving
gonna
it
have
to
to give
you.
this note? I don't
You
know.
gave the better insult, and he didn't.
You just don't
he
like
didn't-
me.
Yeah. Phil, you get the first one.
Awesome. All right, so we're doing soundtracks, yeah?
Soundtracks. Everyone
Right,
gets
I
5
gotta-
answers. Don't worry, you got to think of it. That's okay. I had to
I
think of
mean,
it.
I've got a
My-
couple
my-
off top that I'm
I'll-
pretty
I'll
sure
go-
are on the list.
off of me knowing Connor and me knowing soundtracks is kind of two different things I gotta go for. So I'm gonna go for what I'm leaning what Connor might say. I'm gonna say Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger is on my list at number 7.
Okay.
Number 7 spot. So that would be
Lower than I thought.
Phil, can you keep track of points? I got a lot going on right now.
Sorry,
That'd be
that's
4 points for Phil.
4 points. Yeah, I got it, Connor. Don't worry.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Yeah, Tavin, come on. It's a good one right down.
What number was that? That was number 7?
That was number
7.
7.
Best video game soundtracks of all time.
Chrono Trigger, particularly the one that put it over the edge while you're thinking, was, oh my God, Corridors of Time. The future level. Well, no, the past level. The future level. The future.
Is it that, or is it when you go into the
Future-
like the realm separated from time?
It is. It's
That
well,
you get
it's-
to pick the time.
No. So it's the place that's after the prehistoric times, before the medieval times. So it's like humans are like living in
that the-
caves, and it's like all frozen over.
Oh, okay.
It's
I thought
element-
it was the one where they were like advanced, but it was still like super far in the past.
That's what it is. They're up in the sky.
They're in the sky. Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
I thought it was the one where it was a restaurant that's like medieval themed, and it's like you have knights, so you choose like what side you want them on. And, you know, you
Connor, I'm gonna
get a full
go.
turkey leg, and
Is this a joke?
Yes, it's a joke.
Okay.
it's a medieval times joke. It's a-
Fuck you.
Fuck, what's the name of that fucking fighting game?
oh, come on! How do you not know?
What the fuck? No, because it's not. I don't think it's the one you're thinking of.
It is.
Because I can sing one of the songs right now. I'm not gonna fucking get there. God damn it. I'm
Gotta
gonna
think of something
go. I'm gonna go. God, I like this. It's the thing of like there are two other games that I know have to be on this list, but which one is higher? That's the question. And I know I would put one over the other, but does Connor agree with me in that? That's the big question. Fuck it. I'm gonna go with it because it's the objective truth and it's the better one of the two in my head. Persona 5.
That is on the
See,
list.
that was-
And it's on the list at number 4.
There we go.
Persona
Damn.
5.
All
There
right.
we go.
See that was my gut instinct to go, like for my first round. But I was like, I'm gonna lean more Connor because I know Connor loves this game, so I just went for Chrono Trigger.
For
Right.
me, it was Beneath the Mask. That's the one I would always listen to when I was writing or doing homework. Just
Vibes.
yeah. With the
Vibes.
Rain soundtrack.
yeah.
version, that's the good one.
Where
That's
you just
what
get
the
the piano
point
version
of the
going, maybe?
mask is.
Wait, what'd you say?
That's what the point of the mask is. You know, Dream? Yeah, come on.
Oh God,
No
that
clue what
guy.
he's fucking
No,
talking about right now.
the streamer Dream, the guy with the
The
mask.
the speedrun cheater.
Oh, I didn't even know that's what he was.
I
known
didn't know
to
that
do.
either.
You
I
didn't
just
know
know
that?
he's the guy who does the Minecraft survival shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minecraft Manhunt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
7
go
points for you.
because I know Tavin's not gonna get the name of the other fighting game. I'm gonna say Guilty Gear.
Can you give me a specific one?
Yeah, you gotta give a specific
Strive.
Phil. That is the number 2 spot.
That was
on
the one I was
list.
thinking of.
There we go. 9 points with your number 2 pick. Good one. That's one that you could just listen to casually because it just rocks off.
That's the one with the rock song. Na 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 na. Like, but way harder than what I just did. I made it real soft.
yeah, I was like,
It's way harder.
that's a
For
bit-
the
Huh.
for the record, Tavin, that is the one that I knew you were thinking of.
You just said that.
'Cause I-
You just said you were keeping that one in the cut.
No, because I know the other game that I thought of. I know you'll never guess.
Oh, maybe because I might get the exact title wrong, but I'll get enough of it right. Anyways, how many points was that? That was number 2. So 9 points.
yes.
9 points. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm keeping track.
Yeah.
Tavin.
So Phil back in the lead, but not by a whole lot. Still possible. Number 1 still missing on this list, which makes things quite difficult. Where does Connor go for number 1? That's what I'm searching for now.
Second pick.
Oh
Second
God,
pick.
is it going to be a goddamn Warhammer game? I can't imagine if it is. He never talks about Warhammer music.
They are good. While he's saying that, Guilty Gear Strive, the best soundtrack from that game is damn. There's so many good ones. Never mind. All of them. Look at the soundtrack.
I'm literally about to look into my Spotify to figure out what the name of that song is.
What song?
Is that the one where name of the game or
Smell of the Game.
smell of the game?
Yes, actually, that's probably the best song from that. Yeah, that's the intro.
It's driving me crazy.
It's definitely Smell of the Game.
It's striving you crazy.
Ha ho! Ha
I need to look at my
ho!
liked songs because I know it's in here. Connor, I'm gonna fuck it, man. I'm gonna go Final Fantasy VII.
No, Tavin.
Ooh. Can I be more specific? Actually, can I put
Sure.
the remake?
Sure. It's not on the list.
Ah, fuck me. Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna throw it out. I don't know anything about the soundtrack of it, but I'll say Blaze Blue Essential Fiction.
With the number 3 pick.
Damn
Phil,
it.
You go right there.
All right, there
See,
we
with
go.
fighting games, music's a very important part of it. It's one of the pillars of a fighting game.
Yeah.
And so those just have banger soundtracks. It's a good one.
I'm running out of games here, man. I'll be honest.
Running out of real estate here, Tavin.
I'm running out. I got to get that number 1, and I have no idea what it is. It's also not the, what was it called? Blaze Blue? It's not the Blaze Blue title I thought was going to be on the list.
That's the
Essential
only one
Fiction.
I've really consistently played.
What was the one with Fantasy? Blaze Blue Fantasy or some shit?
No, that's Grand Blue.
Grand Blue,
That's
yeah.
the newest one, but it's not. I wouldn't put it as one of my favorites.
Thank you for telling me that.
You're welcome.
Dude, I'm really running out of titles here, bro.
Running out.
I'm going to go. I mean, you should put this. I've got 2 in my head. One that I'm pretty sure is on there, but I don't think it's very high. One that should be on there because you're a man of taste and a man of culture, and it should be fairly high. Number 1, doubtful, but it should be fairly high. What's the? So 2, 3, and 4 have been found.
2, 3, 4, and 7.
And 7. Okay, so I got 5 and 6. Yeah, it's probably landing somewhere in there. So let's do it for points. I'm gonna go Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
That is not on the list.
You're a fucking moron and
see,
an idiot, and you should be dropped on your head.
The thing is, Tavin, you're going off of best like singular song. If I was doing singular songs, it would be on the list.
No, you're
But it's
no,
overall
you're
soundtrack.
out
It's
of you're
not.
out of pocket for that.
No.
No, the entire Snake Eater soundtrack fucking bangs.
Oh, it's probably good. I can't remember specifically any song
the
besides
caution
Snake Eater
theme,
in my mind.
the alert theme,
Bet it all good.
the boss
I bet
theme.
it's all good. It's been so long, and it didn't make that much of an impact for me to put it on a top 10 list.
The song they use for the credits.
Probably. Oh yeah, I think that one's amazing as well.
Yeah.
If everything was on that level of quality and Snake Eater level of quality, it certainly would have been near the top. Of the list.
I don't even think Snake Eater's the best song on that soundtrack.
I do.
I think it's the most iconic song, and it's definitely the most memeable song. But it's not the most. It's not the best.
Well, neither is, I guess, the soundtrack, since it's not
I don't
on
even know
this
if it's
definitive
top
list.
Of songs on that soundtrack. Anyways, all right, Phil, take it away.
Connor,
Fourth pick.
for my number 4 pick, put me down for Nier Automata.
Ah, damn it, that's a good one.
It just barely missed the cut.
Oh, shit!
I thought that was a slam dunk.
And honestly, the worst thing is that probably should be on the list. You know, it's cemented.
No, it's cemented. You
It
can't
is
change it
cemented.
now.
It's cemented. Because the number 10 spot is kind of not a good pick considering everything, but I had to put it on the list. But good try, Phil.
Damn. I thought that was a slam dunk.
Maybe if I was a more intelligent person, it would be.
I'm very curious at how recent some of these titles are, because there might be a very recent title on this list. I've got 2 picks left, so I'm going to play it a little safe, and I'm going to go Halo 3.
Halo 3 is on the list at the number 6 spot. Iconic in my mind. Iconic.
Snake Eater's way better. Go back and listen to Snake Eater.
Well, I didn't for this, so too bad, so sad.
All right. For my final pick,
Mhm.
lock me in. Elden Ring.
Oh, good one.
Another one that just
Oh,
missed the
shit!
cut. You're really good at these picks, Phil. I love video game soundtracks. It's actually, I think, one of my favorite parts of video games when I think of everything that I like.
Can I make a guess?
Sure, I won't confirm.
That was the last round.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Silent Hill 2?
I mean, I have another guess here.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I
Yes.
do. Because you went first, bro.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, I wasn't going to go Silent Hill 2. He's never played Silent Hill 2, so I can't imagine that's on the list.
I didn't know.
I'm going to... he's being very quiet, which is making me nervous. But I'm going to go... what was the one in my head? Fuck. Oh, god damn it. I had it. Oh, that's what it was. I'm going to go... It's recent, so it may not have the cachet yet, but it should be on... It might get there eventually. And I'm going to go Alan Wake 2.
Another one of the cutoffs, Tavin.
God damn it.
Close. Very close. But unfortunately, that was not enough.
Give it
to
some more time.
overcome
Give it some more time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a year away from Alan Wake. Let's get 2 years away from Alan Wake, and it's going to be in there.
Yeah, could be.
Ooh, can I make a guess?
Sure.
Hi-Fi Rush.
No.
Also was in my thought, but I don't think he... I would take a guess. Not as memorable as some of the other joints.
Not as memorable, and the main thing about the music of Hi-Fi Rush is that it worked for the game itself, but I didn't really think of it beyond my time playing it. What really stuck in my head was how the beat was incorporated into the world and how you followed that through gameplay. But the music itself on its own feet just don't stand out to the other things on my list.
Street Fighter 6 isn't on the list, right?
No.
No, it wouldn't be.
7-2.
Great soundtrack.
What's the score, Phil?
He
Okay,
beat the shit
well-
out of me.
I did. So the final score is Phil at 21 and Tavin at 12.
21 and 12.
Honestly, not that bad.
Not the worst.
Not the worst.
It's
So
a really good Rush album.
So 12 and what?
21.
21.
Okay. Well,
21,
here...
So
21
21,
Savage,
12.
great rapper.
Shut up. Shut up.
No, Rush 2112 is what I was making the reference to.
Well, here are the lists. Here's the full list. Number 10 spot, I really should have put Nier Automata, but it's Fallout New Vegas.
Oh,
It's a
no!
cheat. It's a
No!
cheat. It's a cheat because the songs that really... Like, the soundtrack itself, the original soundtrack is great, but the incorporation of the era of music into the game, diegetically, playing through the radio, through areas that you go into, someone has the radio turned on, so you hear it in the background, and I really love those musics on their own 2 feet as well. Number 10 spot. Number 9, the one that I knew none of you were going to get, Xenoblade Chronicles. That is a really, really good soundtrack.
If I dug deep, I probably could have gotten there, but
You could've,
yeah,
yeah.
it would have. There would have been a lot more guesses in between.
Yeah. Undoubtedly there would have been.
Yeah.
8. This is one when I was mulling it over, and I was like, you know what? I just love this soundtrack. Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Oh, bars.
Yeah.
Bars, Connor.
God
That's a
Shattering
great one.
Star was like I was like, that's probably one of my favorite video game soundtracks ever. I have to put it on there.
Foldland wins, man.
Reach
Golden
for my hand.
Oh, and the intro as well. See, just amazing soundtrack. 7 was Chrono Trigger. 6 was Halo 3.
Uh-huh.
Now, number 5 was Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Oh,
That's the
shit.
wrong
Six
one!
songs. No, it's not. When you play those fucking boss fights and you're just like, yeah, fuck yeah, bobbing your
You
head.
just
while
like it
you're
because
cutting
it's
people up.
it's more rock centric than any other
This
soundtrack.
Is this to say Tavin's
This
top
is a
soundtracks
personal
or
list.
Connor's top soundtracks? You're
It's
right.
a personal list.
Of course.
You're going too
There
broad
are-
with it, Tavin.
There are 3 Metal Gear games with better soundtracks than
I
that.
doubt that.
3.
I highly doubt that.
3, 2, and 4.
3 I could see. 2 and 4, nah. You can't beat.
What's the
Rising.
what's
2
the
is
song?
2
It's
is
like
right next to 3.
I remember the intro.
what's the
was
song?
really,
It's
really
it's
good.
it's like
All of that got cut out, so we didn't hear any of that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Whatever, it's fine.
all
God,
the
I want
rest.
to play that game so bad.
What?
I want to play Metal Gear Rising. But we got to get to 4 first. I'm
I
sorry.
guess so. Was up to 4. But number 4, Persona 5.
Yep.
Number 3, Blaze Blue Central Fiction. 2, Guilty Gear Strive. And the number
one.
one spot pisses me the fuck off because Tavin, you would have won it with Final Fantasy 7. You would have gotten 1 point over Phil.
The original?
I said,
Yeah, original. I was about to give it to you, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to change it. In my head, I was like, no, Tavin, don't change it. And then you did remake, and I was like,
God
Fuck.
so close, Tavin.
Oh, I was right there.
You're right there.
And the remake's better.
No, I like the 7 more.
No, that's nostalgia
See,
talking.
this is because going through this game,
That's
it's
nostalgia
not. It's not.
talking.
Going
No,
through this game
remake
again,
is
it just
better.
I'm going through the Midgar part right now. I'm
Yeah.
almost near the end.
He loves
Oh.
Gold Saucer.
That's not our apartment, is it?
it's not, but there's fire alarms going off.
That's our apartment.
It's not ours. It's like next door or something.
We're gonna take a break. For
Is
a
that
second.
us? So we're gonna kill this recording real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before you got up.
Yeah. So
We're gonna find out what's going on and then we'll be back with you.
Hey guys, so as you can see, the fire alarm started going off in our apartment building because a pipe burst. Everyone's okay. Everyone's safe. There's a couple of apartments flooded, not ours. We're perfectly fine. We were delayed in recording about 15, 20 minutes, and then Phil had to head out, so we could not continue the recording of this week's episode of the Piggy Bank. But we got through 50 minutes of it, 2 out of 3 games, so, you know, we're pretty much right there. So sorry, but we just didn't have time this week to finish out that recording and get to Phil's minigame. But we will be back next week, of course, to do it all over again, as we always do. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment your favorite part of the episode, and thank you so much for your understanding. We just, you know, life just kind of happened and set us off course. Everyone's okay. Again, no, just probably a little bit of property damage for our neighbors and so forth, which sucks. But yeah, we're okay. Everything's fine. Just, you know, a annoying delay in recording. So, you know, we'll be back next week, but thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it. Bye.